Vitamin D is one of the most misunderstood nutrients when it comes to leg strength in seniors, and yet it plays a deeply practical role in how your legs feel every single morning. Many people think of it only as a bone vitamin, something doctors mention when talking about osteoporosis, but in reality your leg muscles depend on vitamin D to function smoothly and powerfully. Inside your muscles are special receptors that respond directly to vitamin D, helping muscles contract with better strength and coordination. When levels are low, muscles become slower to react, weaker under load, and less stable when you stand or walk. This is why low vitamin D is often linked to difficulty rising from a chair, shaky knees, and that uneasy feeling when taking the first steps after waking up. As we age, our bodies naturally become less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, even if we go outside regularly, and at the same time our kidneys become less effective at converting it into its active form, which means many seniors are walking around with low levels without realizing it. Taking vitamin D before bed supports the body during its most important repair window, because nighttime is when muscle tissue rebuilds, inflammation calms down, and nerve signals reset themselves. During sleep, growth and repair hormones become more active, and vitamin D helps guide calcium into muscle fibers so they can contract properly instead of remaining weak or stiff. This is especially important for the legs because they carry your full body weight and are under constant stress throughout the day. When vitamin D levels are supported consistently, muscles recover more efficiently overnight, which can translate into feeling steadier and stronger the next morning. Another overlooked benefit is balance, because vitamin D also supports communication between nerves and muscles, which affects how quickly your legs respond when you shift your weight or catch yourself from a stumble. Poor vitamin D status has been linked to a higher risk of falls, not because bones suddenly break, but because muscles and reflexes fail to respond in time. Seniors who improve their vitamin D levels often report less morning stiffness, fewer aches in the thighs and calves, and greater confidence when walking or climbing stairs. This is not an overnight transformation, but a gradual strengthening that builds quietly with consistency. Taking vitamin D at night also fits naturally into a bedtime routine, making it easier to remember and maintain, which is crucial because the body responds best to steady, predictable support rather than occasional doses. Over weeks, this steady support helps your legs feel less heavy, less tired, and more responsive, allowing you to move with greater ease and independence as the days go by. Vitamin B12 plays a quiet but essential role in how strong, responsive, and reliable your legs feel, especially as you get older. While many people focus only on muscles, B12 works behind the scenes by supporting the nerves that tell those muscles when and how to move. Every step you take depends on fast, clear communication between your brain and your legs, and vitamin B12 is a key nutrient that keeps those nerve pathways healthy. When B12 levels drop, nerve signals slow down or become distorted, which can feel like weakness, tingling, numbness, burning sensations, or legs that simply do not respond the way they used to. This often shows up first in the feet and lower legs, making walking feel uncertain or tiring even over short distances. One of the biggest challenges with vitamin B12 is that deficiency becomes more common with age, not necessarily because seniors eat poorly, but because the body becomes less able to absorb it from food. Stomach acid naturally decreases over time, and certain medications can further reduce absorption, meaning you can be deficient even if your diet seems adequate. Taking vitamin B12 before bed supports the body during nighttime nerve repair, which is when the nervous system does much of its maintenance work. While you sleep, damaged nerve coverings are repaired and electrical signaling pathways are refreshed, and B12 provides the raw material needed for this process to happen properly. This is why some seniors notice that correcting a B12 deficiency leads to improved coordination, fewer nighttime leg sensations, and better control when standing or walking, Another important aspect of B12 is its role in energy production within cells. Muscle cells rely on efficient energy metabolism to contract and relax smoothly, and without enough B12, muscles can fatigue quickly, contributing to that heavy, drained feeling in the legs. Over time, this fatigue can discourage movement, which then accelerates muscle loss and weakness. By supporting B12 levels consistently, you help maintain the energy supply that leg muscles need to stay active and responsive. Many seniors also experience reduced balance or slower reaction times, which can increase the risk of falls, and B12 support can help improve the speed and clarity of nerve responses that protect you when you lose your footing. The benefits of vitamin B12 are often subtle at first but meaningful over time, with improvements in sensation, strength and confidence building gradually as nerve function stabilizes. Taking it at night as part of a regular routine encourages consistency, and consistency is what allows the nervous system to rebuild and adapt, supporting stronger, more dependable legs that move with better control and ease day by day. Vitamin D plays a powerful role in how strong and steady your legs feel as you get older, yet many seniors underestimate its importance. It is often called a bone vitamin, but in reality your leg muscles rely on vitamin D to work properly because muscle cells have specific receptors that need it to contract with strength and coordination. When vitamin D levels are low, muscles become weaker, slower to respond, and more prone to fatigue, which is why standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or walking for longer periods can start to feel difficult. As the body ages, the ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight decreases, and the kidneys also become less efficient at activating it, making deficiency very common even in people who spend time outdoors. This deficiency can quietly show up as morning stiffness, shaky legs, poor balance, or a feeling that your legs are heavy and unreliable. Taking vitamin D before bed supports the body during its natural nighttime repair cycle when muscles recover from daily use and inflammation settles down. During sleep, vitamin D helps guide calcium into muscle fibers so they can contract smoothly instead of remaining tight or weak. This is especially important for the legs because they carry your full body weight throughout the day and need proper recovery to stay strong. Vitamin D also supports the connection between nerves and muscles, improving reaction time and balance, which are critical for preventing falls. Seniors with better vitamin D levels often notice they feel more stable on their feet and more confident when walking. Over time, consistent support allows muscles to rebuild more effectively, reducing stiffness and improving overall leg function. Making vitamin D part of a nightly routine helps the body receive steady support, allowing strength and stability to improve gradually as the legs respond better to daily movement and nighttime recovery. Vitamin D has a deep and often overlooked connection to leg strength, especially as the body moves into later years. Many seniors are told to think of it only in terms of bones, but the muscles in your legs depend on vitamin D just as much as your skeleton does. Inside each muscle fiber are vitamin D receptors that help control how strongly and smoothly the muscle contracts. When vitamin D levels are low, these contractions become weaker and less coordinated, which can make everyday movements like standing up, walking, or climbing stairs feel more difficult than they should. As people age, the skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, and the kidneys become less effective at converting it into its active form, which means deficiency can develop quietly over time. This often shows up as leg fatigue, stiffness, or a sense of instability rather than obvious pain. Taking vitamin D before bed supports the body during its natural overnight recovery phase, when muscles repair small daily stresses and prepare for the next day. During sleep, vitamin D helps regulate calcium movement into muscle cells, allowing them to contract and relax properly instead of remaining tight or weak. This nighttime support is especially valuable for the legs, which carry body weight all day and need efficient recovery to maintain strength. Vitamin D also plays a role in nerve signaling, improving the communication between the brain and leg muscles, which affects balance and reaction time. Poor vitamin D levels have been linked to a higher risk of falls, not just because bones may be weaker, but because muscles and reflexes do not respond quickly enough to changes in position. When vitamin D levels are supported consistently, many seniors notice less morning stiffness, better control when walking, and increased confidence in their movements. The benefits build gradually rather than instantly, but over weeks of steady intake. Muscles can respond more effectively to daily activity and nighttime repair. Making vitamin D part of a nightly routine helps ensure the body receives reliable support, allowing leg strength, stability, and overall mobility to improve slowly and naturally with time. Vitamin K2 is one of the most overlooked nutrients when it comes to leg strength, mobility, and confidence in seniors, yet it plays a surprisingly powerful role in how your lower body ages. Many people take calcium and vitamin D, believing they are doing everything right for their bones and muscles, but without enough vitamin K2, those nutrients may not work the way they are supposed to. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic controller inside the body, guiding calcium to the places where it is actually needed, such as bones and muscles, and keeping it away from places where it can cause problems like arteries and soft tissues. For your legs, this matters deeply because strong legs depend not only on muscle power, but also on solid bones, flexible joints, and healthy blood flow. As we age, calcium handling becomes less efficient, and without enough K2, calcium can build up in blood vessels instead of strengthening the legs that carry you every day. This can contribute to stiff arteries, reduced circulation, and that heavy or tired feeling in the legs that many seniors experience, especially in the morning or after sitting for a while. Taking vitamin K2 before bed works in harmony with the body's nighttime repair process when bones remodel themselves and tissues recover from daily stress. During sleep, your body is constantly breaking down old bone tissue and rebuilding it stronger, and vitamin K2 activates proteins that help bind calcium into bone where it belongs. This process supports bone density in the hips, thighs, and lower legs, which are critical for balance and stability. Strong bones give muscles a solid foundation to work against, making movements like standing, walking, and climbing stairs feel more secure. Vitamin K2 also supports the flexibility of blood vessels, which improves circulation to the leg muscles. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reach the muscles during rest, allowing them to recover more efficiently overnight. Poor circulation, which is common with aging, can lead to cold feet, cramps, numbness, and muscle fatigue, all of which can limit mobility and confidence. By supporting vascular health, vitamin K2 helps keep blood flowing smoothly to the lower body, which can make legs feel lighter and more responsive over time. Another important role of vitamin K2 is its interaction with vitamin D. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium from food and supplements, but without K2, that calcium may not be properly directed. Taking K2 at night alongside vitamin D creates a partnership that supports both bone strength and muscle function. This combination helps ensure that the calcium you take actually strengthens your legs instead of contributing to stiffness or vascular issues. Many seniors unknowingly take vitamin D and calcium for years without K2 and wonder why their legs still feel weak or unstable. The missing link is often this quiet but essential vitamin. Vitamin K2 also plays a role in reducing inflammation in joints and connective tissues. While it is not a painkiller, it supports the proteins that maintain joint cartilage and tissue integrity. Healthier joints mean smoother movement, less resistance when bending the knees or ankles, and less strain on surrounding muscles. Over time, this can help reduce the fear of movement that leads many seniors to sit more and move less, which only accelerates muscle loss. Taking vitamin K2 before bed fits naturally into a routine that supports consistency. And consistency is crucial because bone and vascular changes happen slowly. This is not a vitamin you feel working overnight, but rather one that quietly improves the internal environment that allows strength to return. Over weeks and months, many seniors notice improved posture, better balance, and a greater sense of stability when standing or walking. This can translate into fewer near falls, more confidence outdoors, and a willingness to stay active. Vitamin K2 is especially important for seniors who have been taking calcium supplements because it helps ensure those supplements actually benefit the legs rather than contributing to unwanted calcification elsewhere. It is also valuable for those who feel stiffness in the calves or thighs, or who notice that their legs fatigue quickly despite light activity. Supporting K2 levels gives the body a better chance to use nutrients efficiently, which becomes increasingly important as absorption declines with age. The nighttime timing matters because bone building activity and vascular repair are more active during rest, making bedtime an ideal moment to support these processes. When combined with gentle daily movement, such as walking or light stretching, vitamin K2 helps reinforce the message that the legs are meant to be used and supported, not protected by inactivity. Over time, this creates a cycle of improvement where better circulation supports muscle recovery, stronger bones support movement, and confident movement supports overall independence. Many seniors underestimate how much internal health affects how their legs feel on the outside, but vitamin K2 works at that internal level, quietly strengthening the systems that keep you upright and mobile. Making it part of a nightly routine is a simple step that supports long-term leg health, stability, and freedom of movement as the body continues to adapt and rebuild during sleep.